Hey, what's up everyone? We are back here with Moonrise, and we have found out a way to get around this crashing and glitching. So I posted on the Moonrise forums, and one of the developers, it looks like, or admins, I don't know what exactly her title is, but she said it has to do with lower spec phones, iPads, not working properly. So we've moved over to my iPad here, and the iPad doesn't seem to be crashing at all, and it looks like we just got a battle. Ooh. We can battle, it looks like here. So let's go and do a PvP battle. This is the very first time I've done a PvP battle. It popped up on their screen right there, as you saw. We're probably going to lose. We are only level 11 or so. I have no clue how strong he is. I have seen some really, really high levels in this game so far, already up to like level 50. But this will definitely be a very, very cool. So it puts us in a training dojo. Oh, he's only level 5, so we're going to beat him easily. You can't auto in the PvP battle, it looks like, either. Alright, so he's just starting out in the game. And we would just like one-shot him. So this is the very first look for me and for you guys at the PvP aspect of this game. I don't know if there's any rankings or any awards for winning PvP battles or anything like that. The reports that I've read had say that this is a very, very PvP heavy game. And it looks like you can just go around and battle anyone that you want. You have the option to decline the PvP battles. There looks to also be a pre-made set of monsters that you can use in a PvP fight. I'll show you that in just a second. So it doesn't look like we got anything out of that. It looks like it's just for fun. So over here, you go up to the menu and you click on PvP, and here is the draft mode. I've been in here once. It looks like you get 3 tickets. I don't know what the respawn timer is on those. I'm not sure what the unranked mode means, but we've done the draft mode once, and we weren't able to actually get a fight. And you see it brings up a whole bunch of Solari, the monsters here, and they're all at max level. It looks like 50. And so you get to pick your squad of who you want. So you pick, and they show you the different types of relics that you can equip. So you can go ahead and edit your team. You get to take a total of 6. You see, you got 6 guys down there, and you can look at all their skills and stats. You get to customize them just a little bit. So you can remove him from team, then you can add to team, and there is a way to customize their move sets. Let me see. So it's over here, I believe, in the edit relics. So you can go ahead and edit these relics, or this is just for your hero, it looks like, for the human. Right, so it doesn't look like you can customize the monster's spells, but you get to customize your hero with different spells. And it looks like these guys are all randomly generated by the game in this draft mode. Unfortunately, the last time we went and tried to go and do a draft battle, there was no opponent on. We'll sit here for a few seconds and see if anyone pops up. I have no idea what my monsters do. I have no idea what spells we've equipped on our hero. So if we do find someone, we are probably going to lose. It does have a ranking thing right there. It says we've won 0 battles. We have 3 chances remaining, it looks like, right there. So it looks like you get 3 fights per every draft that you do. So I'm not sure if you get rewards for this or anything. It does look like it's more structured, and it does look like that you potentially could get rewards and rankings out of this. But as you can see, there's not that many players on, and there's probably very few players that are actually sitting in the draft mode looking for an opponent. as well. So we are going to go ahead and cancel that because we're not going to sit here all day and actually try and find an opponent. You go and click retire in the bottom left there, and that will take you out. And I believe you get rewards when you actually just even come in here. Yeah, so you're going to open up and you get a box, even for just going in there. So it definitely pays to jump in there. You see we got 660 coins. That's a lot right there. And then we got 5 armor essence. So definitely a very, very nice reward. Those things looks like they regenerate every 2 days. So it is a long regen time on that. But it is definitely worthwhile to actually go and get the free money, especially starting off in the game. It probably would be one of the better things to do, because if you can get 600 gold, you can go ahead and upgrade your Pokemon. So yes, I like to call them Pokemon. I know they're not Pokemon, but they're Pokemon to me. So I like to call them that, and you can upgrade them, and it costs 100 gold coins to actually kind of customize their levels. So if you want to make your guy more tanky, you give him this armor crest, and you can see it gives him a lot of experience. And so this is how you can train your monster and get him really, really tanky if you want. If you want him just pure strength, you give him the strength ones. The strength ones do appear to be very scarce. I haven't come across many in the game. And then again, you can make him speedy. So it's a really, really easy way to level up your characters. And early on, you definitely want to level up your monsters because they start off around 2 or 3, sometimes 5. So it's really, really low. And the opponents you are fading, they do pose some challenges. So we'll go ahead and do that. It costs 300 coins, levels him up there. You can see he got new stats. And we'll go ahead and give him 2 strength, so we'll level him up one more time. So you can see you're using your money a lot for those types of leveling up. And this is only stage 1, tier 1 right here, as you can see on the monster. It has a maximum level of 20. So I'm assuming that once you get to level 20, you have this evolve tab over here. So evolve, and we have no Solari that can be evolved. Bring Solari into battle to unlock evolution milestones, meaning we have to get them higher up in levels. So the trainer battles are your bread and butter on how you're going to earn coins. You can do unlimited trainer battles. There's no tickets or anything that stops you, and you can generate a good amount of coin this way. Even in the early areas, you can still generate a nice amount of coin. We're doing the toughest fight in the very first stage of the game. We're going to go and click on the auto button and let them go away. So if I recall correctly, we're going to end up winning around 120 coins, which is enough to pretty much use one of those level up items. And you're also going to get some of the items for beating the other trainer or warden. If you do end up just killing the main hero, you actually win the entire fight. So up here it shows you how many monsters he has. He has 4 monsters. So in order to win the fight, we either have to kill all his monsters, which he has 2 out right now, and then he has 2 back in storage, or we have to kill him completely. Unfortunately, our monsters really don't target the main hero. I've seen them attack the hero a little bit, but sometimes when you're even just controlling them yourself, it doesn't even give you the option to attack the hero, the warden. Your warden, your hero here, can attack anyone, and you'll often see him throw fireballs or her throw fireballs at the other warden. The computer AI is definitely not the greatest. You can see it's taking us some time. We are about to lose probably one guy. Our little Ember Jaw is about dead. You can still control the battle while it's on auto phase. So right there we just summoned back Ember Jaw. Now we bring out Snap Trap. So we are still in control of the battle if we want to be. But the computer is taking care of the skill selection and micromanaging things. So we can still kind of manage our team which is a cool aspect. So the game is so much more appealing when you do not have crashes and lots of lag. So far, I don't think I've crashed once with using my iPad, and I've gone through the entire first area, and now we're into the second town village, and it's only been about an hour and a half of actual game time, whereas on my iPhone, I've been playing for like 3 hours plus because all the crashes, and I'm not even past the first village town area. So we leveled up our guys right there. We got 115 coins. So you can see you can get coins, you can get experience. We didn't get any of those stat boosting items. I do know you can actually farm them by fighting Lunari. So we can go and fight Lunari. And the cool thing about fighting Lunari is that not only do you get the stat boosting items, but the auto battle function kind of just flows really, really well. And it will ask you after each fight, do you want to continue fighting more Lunari? And you can just say yes, and then it'll just keep auto battling. The only thing you have to do is say, do you want to fight more? And you just say yes. Just keep saying yes, and it's really like one click, and you can generate a lot of those level up items. So you'll see here, we don't get much experience because the guy is level 1. If we were to go into the other area, which we'll do after this fight, or after a couple fights, we will go ahead and show you that you get more experience there, but it looks like you get a lot more experience by battling trainers. So continue. Well, actually, okay, it is a little bit more than 1 or 2 buttons. So we picked up a resist essence. We battle again. So it looks about 4 clicks right there. The loading time isn't really bad at all now, because it is quick, fast, boom, in, out. And you do always want to keep 6 monsters on your team at all times so they all get experience, because you can swap their moves out. So say you want to take this guy's rock move, you can take it away from him and give it to someone else. We'll do one more battle, and you can see the loading time is just like lightning quick, which I absolutely love that, because that is the huge deterrent when I was playing with my iPhone, is that the game would load after like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then it would crash almost every battle. Way more fluid, way more polished. So if you are having issues, definitely try a different device. And they are working on it. That's what the developer lady said, is they are working on optimizing the older devices. So when he levels up, you potentially get new skills. Our skill deck is full, so this is the very first time that we're going to actually have to delete a move, just like in Pokemon. And you can click on the blue arrows right there to figure out what the heck these things do. We are still trying to figure out exactly all what these guys mean right here. I know one of them is how long it takes to actually cast, and then one of them is how long it takes to actually have it available in the beginning of the game. So I want to say this is how long it takes in the beginning of the game for it to start, like the recharge. And then this is the cast time, I want to say, but I'm not completely sure on that. This looks to be like the damage that it does. And then you can see up here, this is the heart, so that's 31 recovery. You'll see this over here says all enemies. This says enemy front line, which would probably just mean the monsters that are out in front, not the human. This one should hit everything, including the human and the trainer. But you can see it's very, very weak. It only does 5 points of damage. It also has a burning effect though down here, so there's effects. And we'll go ahead and drag, and we're going to go and replace that one right there. Would you like to do with Burning Rain? So Burning Rain was the skill that we had on him, and then if we want, we can extract the skill and put that on another card so we can take it to someone else. So we'll go ahead and do that if we have enough money. So that's how I was saying earlier that you can take your moves from certain monsters and change them up to whoever you want. So we just gave him a new move, he learned a new move, he leveled up, and now since he was full, he got a new move, but we took his old move and now we put it in storage so we can actually put that on someone else. So the customization of your monsters is, unbelievable. Being able to swap moves in and out freely, so much better than Pokemon who only had a certain amount of TMs where you could teach certain Pokemon. I don't know if there's restrictions on who can learn what in this game yet, but it doesn't appear that way. So it really looks like this game is totally customizable how you want it to be. So this is the second area over here. We have a dungeon over here. Go ahead into the first floor. We're going to go pick up one of these healing items. So you have to click and drag. And there we go. So we'll pick up those two right there. And the reason you want to bring a couple healing items with you is because each fight, your monsters don't regenerate any life, and they just go straight on to the next one. You do want to make sure that you defeat all the monsters in the dungeon. There sometimes will be special effects that the dungeon does. So there's 3 doors here, and then there's a boss door. The boss door is a lot harder than the little minion dungeons. To enter the dungeons, you do need dungeon keys. The keys take around 8 hours right now. Hopefully they do change that to a little bit shorter time period, because 8 hours is definitely a long period of time to wait to get into a dungeon. You can also find rare and unique monsters in the dungeons, so if you are looking to capture special monsters, you're probably going to be farming dungeons a lot, so you're going to need those keys. And again, the only way I think that you can get the keys is the time. I don't even think you can purchase them right now, which is kind of shocking. I may be wrong on that. You may be able to purchase them, but there's nowhere directly in the store that shows you like you can buy all your dungeon keys back. You may be able to just purchase them if you're out of them and you click on a dungeon to try and enter it, and then it says you need to pay 30 crystals or 30 gems to unlock the dungeon. Because that is how the capture feature works. If you run out of capture keys, you have to wait a certain amount of time to get them back. And if you don't have them, you can actually buy a capture key for around 30 or 40 gems or crystals. So you notice you do pick up a ton of those essences, which is great. Unfortunately, I think you're going to be looking for strength essences a lot, because obviously you're going to want to kill the other monsters before they kill you. And the more fights that you do, you can find items in here, and you can also get additional loot for finishing the complete dungeon. So I really don't see any reason why you would never want to just jump to the boss unless you're in a time crunch where you're like, oh, I have 5 minutes to play and I have to get through this dungeon, and you kill 1, 2, and then you're just like, oh, I'm going to forget the rest and just go to the boss. And there's tons and tons of battle effects. I was looking at their their like data list that they posted on their forums, and there's like 40 or 30 battle effects, like burning, shield, poison, toxic, barriers, things like that, and it's just amazing. Stuns. So the amount of depth and detail in this game is amazing, and they're trying to aim for a AAA MMO type game, and I can definitely see that from it. It's got a lot of depth to it. This is not your typical mobile game where you're going to sit there and put it down after 5 minutes because it's boring, the same old thing. This is like unlimited customization. Sure, the battles may be a little bit repetitive, but with the auto fight feature, you don't have to really worry about that. The PvP aspect is going to bring a lot of different challenges. Hopefully there's PvP rewards and rankings. You're also able to customize your hero with like clothing and aspects like that. We haven't found any of the keys or tokens that you need to buy new customization clothing. It looks like that stuff is all hidden between like slot machine style, where you get these keys or tokens and then you go and put them in the machine and you randomly get out a new piece of appearance item, clothing, jeans, skirts, hats, stuff like that. The cosmetic items. Oh, you'll notice those. This one is actually capturable right here. So the key popped up as the fight progressed. We killed him, and now he's going to actually get captured at the end of the fight if we want him. So we have 8 keys. We don't want to waste our keys. We're going to go and capture him. I don't think I have him yet either, so he only goes up to max level of 16, which is pretty low. And then here you get a whole bunch of rewards. And you get more rewards for more fights that you do. Just unlocked level 2. But as you can see, so this is a way better first look here at the gameplay. No crashes at all. It's been 20 plus minutes. The loading times aren't that bad anymore. And unfortunately, it still crashes and still has loading issues on my iPhone 4. But again, this is an iPad 4, or yeah, I believe iPad 4, and no issues whatsoever. It's a cool, like, demon horse over there. Kindle Hoof. I kind of want to capture him. Probably a big tip that I would recommend is that get past the first area. Don't really waste your keys over there. And then get to the second area here and try and capture some of these guys because they're already at level 10. So they're already really, really high. So probably just focus on your starters that you get. Don't capture anything. Maybe capture one in the first area, because I think it forces you to capture this grass guy right here. And then once you get over here, you'll have capture keys available, and you can capture some of these guys that are level 10. Which, as you can see, my units aren't even level 10 yet. So if we capture this guy, he's going to be probably one of our strongest monsters to add to our team. And it's really not that hard to beat. Figuring, I mean, we're fighting 3-on-2. We have 4 other units as backup. The only reason that you may want to capture some of the beginning monsters is possibly to get some of these skills, but we'll figure that out as we go forward. Okay, so a regeneration skill. Regeneration skill didn't look very good. So we find some trainers that had that regeneration skill, and it was, I mean, you regenerate like 4 or 5 hit points every turn, or every few seconds. So even in the rewards here, we're only getting 1 strength essence and 3 spirit essence, so it does look like the strength essence is going to be really, really hard to come by, and then you're probably going to want to use those sparingly. Again, so nothing here, special effects. You got 4 rooms here. That room actually had a treasure chest, so it didn't have a fight. We're going to get a nice reward. We got 3 gems or crystals. Not sure exactly what they call them here. To use your healing items, there's that dungeon bag down here in the bottom right. Again, we're just going to pop on the auto fight. Auto fight is definitely not the way to go if you're trying to learn your skills and learn how to, properly PvP in battle. But auto fight is the lazy man's way of fighting. Sure, we'll go ahead and capture him. Haven't captured him yet, so might as well add him to our team. He's already a high level. He's at 8 already. So like there, we got the right key, and then the boss opened up. So if we were on like a super time crunch, we could just go over there. But you see, every time we do a mission, that fills up the reward box, so we get more rewards for doing these. And again, it's a limited time to come in here. You have to spend a dungeon key, so you might as well just clear everything out. I don't see any reason why you really wouldn't want to do that. More experience, more items. You can get specific items in here, from what I understand, that are almost impossible to find elsewhere, like evolution materials, possibly even new skills for your warden. And then you also find rarer and unique monsters down here in the dungeons. An eyeball. Then it does look like they are color coordinated over here, so this would be a water creature. This is going to be a either dark or normal creature. You can see this one over here is oranges, which is a fire. This one is green, which is a grass or an earth. Again, you can see here green, green. Those green numbers right there is him regenerating. So he's regenerating a lot over time. So that's a nice skill he has. Whatever he's doing, he's gaining 7 points. We're gonna go catch this eye. Egbert. So we got a new skill, Quick Branch. Ooh, it's 18 strength. Ooh, it looks like it starts off like you can automatically use that right away, but it looks like it has a super long either cast time or cooldown time. Again, we're not sure. I think that's going to be the cooldown because there's no way that this one is 60 seconds for cast time. Let's go ahead and remove the recovery skill. No, we don't want the recovery skill. You see, gold is going to be very, very hard to come by because everything in this game requires gold leveling up necessarily, and then to swap out skills. Ooh, these guys are really strong. Level 12 Slee Slugs. But it does look like the auto function isn't as smart as you'd like it. We are fighting 2 water creatures, and he threw out my fire guy, which the fire guy is going to take extra damage from the water creatures. So the regeneration skill that they did looked pretty cool because it affected, it looks like, the whole team. And see, there's the water skill. He just blasted us like crazy. So we're going to go ahead and bring him back. Bring him back will come out. Because they should be weak to grass or earth type. And you also don't want your monsters to die. If they die, then they don't get experience from the fight. Damn, we didn't catch him. So that's going to about do it here. We're going to wrap this video up. It's going on about 30-something minutes. We'll bring you some more from Moonrise in the coming days. You see, you picked up a whole bunch of spoils of war. Nice amount of gold there. So definitely do not have max keys or max dungeon passes, because if you do, you're wasting time. You're wasting that extra time to regenerate them. You can see you always want to have clocks on your guys right here so they can regenerate. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. I am by no means an expert on this game. We are just starting out. It is going to be a fun ride, guys, and I will talk to you guys soon.